Praise the Lord, everyone. Today let us learn one of the spiritual lessons from the book of Exodus in the Bible. Today our topic is Standing Up to Peer Pressure, the story of Moses and the golden calf, a youth lesson from Exodus. Peer pressure is a reality that almost every young person has experienced at some point in their lives. It can be difficult to go against the crowd and stand up for what you believe in, especially when those around you are doing the opposite. However, the story of Moses and the golden calf in the book of Exodus provides valuable lessons on how to resist peer pressure and stay true to your convictions. In Exodus 32, the Israelites had just escaped from slavery in Egypt and were waiting for Moses to come down from Mount Sinai with the 10 Commandments. However, when Moses delayed his return, the people grew impatient and began to pressure Aaron, Moses' brother, to make them a new god to worship. Aaron gave in to the pressure and made a golden calf, which the people began to worship and offer sacrifices to. When Moses finally came down from the mountain and saw what the people were doing, he was outraged and smashed the tablets with the 10 Commandments. One of the primary lessons from this story is the danger of giving in to peer pressure. The Israelites had just experienced God's miraculous deliverance from slavery, and yet they still turned away from Him because of the influence of those around them. Similarly, young people today can be swayed by the opinions and actions of their peers, even when they know it goes against what they believe to be right. Another lesson from this story is the importance of taking responsibility for our actions. Aaron tried to shift the blame onto the people, saying that he threw the gold into the fire and the calf just came out. However, he was still held accountable for his role in the sin. As young people, it can be tempting to blame others for our actions, but we must take responsibility for our decisions and the consequences that come with them. A third lesson from this story is the value of standing up for what you believe in. When Moses returned and saw what the people were doing, he did not hesitate to confront them and call out their sin. It can be challenging to go against the crowd, but sometimes it is necessary to stand up for what is right. We see this same principle in the life of Daniel in the Old Testament, who refused to bow down to the king's idol, even when it meant being thrown into the lion's den. A fourth lesson from this story, the story highlights the importance of accountability in our relationships. God held the Israelites accountable for their actions, and Moses held Aaron accountable for his role in the sin. Similarly, as young people, it is crucial to have friends and mentors who can hold us accountable for our actions and help us stay on the right path. We need to be willing to listen to wise counsel and accept correction when necessary, just as Aaron was corrected by Moses. A fifth lesson from the story shows us the consequences of idolatry. The Israelites had just been delivered from the bondage of slavery in Egypt, and yet they quickly turned away from God to worship a golden calf. This act of idolatry not only angered God but also led to the death of many Israelites. As young people, we must be careful not to place anything or anyone above God in our lives. We must seek to honor God with our thoughts, words, and actions and avoid any form of idolatry that could lead us away from Him. In conclusion, the story of Moses and the golden calf is a powerful reminder of the importance of resisting peer pressure, taking responsibility for our actions, standing up for what is right, having accountability in our relationships, and avoiding idolatry. As young people, we must seek to follow God's will in all areas of our lives and trust in Him to guide us on the right path. As Proverbs 3:5-6 says, Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. May God bless you.